All right, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So, this is a winning moment, okay? One of the most famous, or two of the most famous things we've always known Meek Mill for is what? Being in a relationship with Nicki Minaj. Yes, the queen of rap, Nicki Minaj. I said it, Cardi B ain't there yet. But being in a relationship with Nicki Minaj and his famous beef with Drake. Those are the two things that overshadowed this great MC's whole career. For a long period of time, it seemed like Meek only took L's. Well, today, we're winning right now. He's winning because today, a court of law just threw out his 2008 conviction. And they're saying that a retrial is very unlikely. Now, I'm going to source some information from TMZ because they are pretty much accurate at all times, right? So Meek Mill's lawyer, Joe said, he told TMZ that this may be justice delayed, but this is definitely not justice denied. And he also said that there's a silver lining for the criminal justice system and for Meek himself. As for whether they want to file a civil lawsuit, he says, well, don't hold your breath on that one. So sources connected to the case also said that it's highly, and they stressed highly unlikely that prosecutors will refile the case and retry Meek for several reasons. Now remember, not only did they throw out his 2008 conviction, which is guns and drug charge, but they also granted him a new trial. But they're also saying that even though he's granted a new trial, it is highly unlikely that the prosecutors will refile the case and retry him for several reasons. Their main witness is a dirty cop. Get this, with no credibility. The case also is 12 years old and the memories have faded. And Meek has already been through hell with Judge Brinkley. I know y'all remember Judge Brinkley, her stinking ass. Meek Mill is getting a second shot at justice. Come on now. We got to clap it up for the brother for that one. I know Meek feel like he has the whole world lifted off his shoulders right now. Meek is no longer a felon. And he is no longer on probation. I'm sure he's popping a bottle and probably rolling a spliff right now wherever he's at. So he's getting a second shot at justice. His 2008 gun conviction is thrown out and he's being granted a new trial and a new judge to refight the charge. A panel of judges handed down their decisions. It's a panel of 3 judges handed down their decisions on Wednesday in Pennsylvania Superior Court, saying that Meek does in fact deserve a new trial with a new jury and, most importantly, a new judge who isn't Judge Denise Brinkley. Fuck out of here. Who many believe had it out for him in the first time round. I also believe that. Because even the prosecution was saying, come on now, Judge, we didn't even ask for all that. We were asking for, and she threw the whole book at the kid. So, hey, things work out. Meek celebrated this decision on social media, writing, as of right now, I'm not on probation, and I am not a felon anymore. And then he added a whole bunch of praying hands, and he said, today was mega. As we reported, the key witness in the case turned out to be a dirty cop. That's a no-fly. Even the prosecutor wanted a new trial. That's what I'm saying. And Judge Brinkley is saying, nah, let's go ahead with this. Even the prosecutor wanted a new trial. Especially after Meek was released from prison over a year ago. But Judge Brinkley wouldn't budge. This time around, a panel of 3 judges who were not previously involved in the case unanimously made the decision to throw out the conviction. Again, Judge Brinkley, eat a dick. You'll recall Meek has been through the ringer over the past 2 years in Philly. Check it. One, he was thrown back in prison back in the fall of 2017 after Judge Brinkley, a black woman judge, mind you, after Judge Brinkley found that he had violated his probation on at least 2 occasions from recent arrests. One for allegedly getting into a fight at an airport, and the other for reckless driving. That's when he was riding a four-wheeler. Despite both cases being dropped, Judge Brinkley found that the arrest alone were violations of his probation from 2008, from his case in 2008, and harshly sentenced him to 2 to 4 years in prison. Listen, this is when, if you don't recall, I think this is when Nicki Minaj actually turned her back on him, because she was like, yo, you about to get cased up, and I don't want to be involved in all this. Know what I mean? I'm ride or die, but I ain't riding with all this. And it was a big discrepancy going on. But anyways, despite both cases being dropped, this judge still found that the arrests were violations of his probation and violated him on that, and tried to give this man 2 to 4 years. Not try to, she actually did. And Meek was off the streets for a minute. And then the whole Free Meek Mill campaign started, and thousands of people marching in the streets. I don't know if y'all remember when Meek came out in that blue shirt and black pants, them big old saggy clothes. Meek was locked up for a little while, with many people fighting for his freedom from the outside, until finally, April of 2018, he was cut loose by the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania, which overruled Judge Brinkley, who refused to let him out. He walked out of prison and straight to a Philadelphia 76ers game right afterward, with his entire journey documented from a helicopter. Now, here's the thing. Meek got a lot of powerful people in his corner, but not only that. This goes to speak about the justice system in the United States of America, right? And we talking about a system where prisons are privatized. Now, when prisons are privatized, you think about a private business. No one goes into business to lose money. So if I have a business, I must have vested interest in bringing in people and keeping them there in order to keep my business going and to keep my profits growing. And that's what the prison system has become. And unfortunately, for a lot of young black men who don't have the finances to fight their way up out of that system, they get lost in the system. They'll come at you like this. Hey, you're looking at 10 years, but if you just plead guilty and don't fight it in court, we'll hit you with this 2 to 4. You'll do 2 on good behavior. You'll be home in 2 years. So there they are. And then the rest you'll do on probation. Well, it's so easy to violate probation. Before you know it, you're back in again. And now you're looking at the whole 10 after doing that too. So you're stuck in that revolving door system over small stuff. And this is one of the conditions that Meek Mill feels like he has been chosen to fight, to make fundamental changes to the prison system so other brothers and sisters won't have to go through this. Now, Meek just said, I'd like to thank the Pennsylvania Superior Court judges for their wisdom and their transparency in reviewing my case, unanimously overturning my conviction and granting me a new trial. The past 11 years have been mentally and emotionally challenging, but I'm ecstatic that justice prevailed. He goes on to say that this positive outcome wouldn't have been possible without the support of my family, my attorneys, Jay-Z, Desiree Perez, Michael Rubin, the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office, and my supporters who have stood with me through the ups and downs. Meek is a street kid from Philly, okay? And I mean a genuine street kid as far as street credibility goes. He came up in the streets. We remember the Meek Mill rocking the braids. We see the picture right here with the lumpy face and the band-aids and all that. That rough life Meek Mill. So he knows what he's talking about. And if he feels that this is his calling, man, then this is his calling. Meek makes it clear that not everyone is lucky. He knows this, and he appreciates the fact that he's in a position to come up out of this situation. But at the same time, he's paying it forward because he knows that there are a lot of brothers and sisters that are stuck in that system that will not be getting out and will be made victims of, and something's got to give. So he said, unfortunately, millions of people are dealing with similar issues in our country, and they don't have the resources to fight back like I did. We need to continue supporting them. I'm committed to working with my team at the Reform Alliance to change these outdated laws and fix our broken criminal justice system. Meek's lawyer, Joe Tacopina, said, who has been a stalwart in the fight to overturn the convictions. He said, in this case, although justice was delayed, it certainly was not denied. All right. And man, I'm happy like I'm the one that just got all my charges dropped, even though I never had charges. But I know too many people who've been in the system and have been cased up and have been going back and forth. And it feels like it's never going to end. It's a never ending cycle that they're stuck in. And I'm happy for Meek. And from here on out, I hope he keep his nose clean, keep his feet clean, keep sucker free. Because you know it's them waste man that be around you that put you in situations that you end up doing time for, right? So, or gassing you up to do things that you could have avoided. I hope he understands that he is way bigger than that and he has a purpose, right? And with that purpose served, he can help millions more. So let all that other stuff go and let's get to it. Big man business. Shout out to Meek Mill for this one and the whole team and everybody that supported him and continues to support him. And shout out to the boss, of course, Jay-Z. It's SouFLoTV, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave your comment in the comment section below. I'm out. Peace.